Timothy Patrick Bridge. Howdy. This is a technical problem, body fit problem. It says, I have a hard time finding tall kilt hose. I'm not terribly tall, just 6'1", but I usually end up having to stretch my kilt hose for all they're worth and then barely get them to fold over my flashes properly. Most also seem a bit too thin. My pasty white calves show visibly through the knit. He says if he's wearing black kilt hose, he'll often wear a pair of black dress socks underneath, so he doesn't have that effect.
Right.
But obviously with other colors, that's not easy to do. So he's hoping there are suggestions on kilt hose that will fit his big old legs better.
Sure.
Big old long legs.
So yeah, he's only 6'1", but he may have like longer legs. That's kind of where I'm going with my brain. A couple things. One, I would look at Piper hose or our cotton. I'm again talking about our products because or you can look for same thing somewhere else. Piper hose, because generally you fold them down twice, so it's a little bit more flexibility in how much you're folding them down. So if you have if your legs are longer, you can fold it down a little bit less on the first fold and more on the second fold to get it to the right spot. Also, our cotton kilt hose, you fold down twice, so those you may fold down a little lip on the top and then fold it down a full cuff, so you still get that look of finished on the bottom and top, but it's you don't have to fold them down as far. Any comments on that? The fold down
No,
part?
I will say, yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't think it's going to solve the other problem they talked
Correct.
about. But yeah, that helps. The Lewis hose can be better for that, again, because it's also a thicker cuff. It's not just that it's longer, but it's got a nice weave to it. It's got a three-dimensionality to it. It's just thicker, bulkier, so you can get a nice effect of it, even if you can't have it really super far down. I've definitely used popcorn top hose, and for me, actually, I have the opposite problem. I actually have more material than I need, so I wind up doing like a triple fold on a couple of mine. No, seriously.
No,
or hand knits. My hand knit, sometimes I'm doing an extra fold. So yeah, that's kind of my best guess.
If it's part,
what I would do.
Did he say he had wide calves?
No.
No. Okay. If it was wide calves, I would forego the Lewis and go with the wide calf Harris hose we have, or that are out there as well, from House Cheviot. They're stretchier at the top. Now what I would do is, kind of like what he alluded to in the question was, for black hose, he would put on a pair of thin black dress socks underneath, so when you stretch the fabric out, you don't see through it as much.
Right.
To some degree, it has to do with the tight. I won't say quality because it's not necessarily a quality thing, but the tightness of the weave of the pair of hose that you have purchased or you're wearing. So the Piper hose are a little bit better than that. Like the cotton hose, I know, are a little bit thinner when you stretch them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can wear something underneath it. Now, here's my question to you: would it look weird if he's wearing like bottle green, let's say, and he's wearing black dress socks underneath to kind of mask the leg, the bright white of the leg? Let's say he's a pasty white dude, and he's just
he says he is. But.
Yeah, so it's going to shine through. If there's any kind of light coming at it, you're going to see the bright white skin underneath the green. Would black look weird against the green? Would it just kind of look marled?
We're thinking the same thing. I was actually thinking that the black might be more usable than he thinks. I don't think it would be that bad with a lot of other kilt hose colors. Not cream, obviously, but
not lighter colors.
Yeah, and you can get dress socks in some browns. Now you want the really tall dress socks, and usually I think those are limited to black. They don't make the tall dress socks in too many other colors.
Someone has to, but
I'm sure somebody does. But I wouldn't rule it out. I think the black would kind of disappear. For most observers, it would disappear, and you don't need much. Remember, other people are not like looking at down there inspecting your legs the way you are when you get dressed. When you get dressed in the morning, you're looking up close, and you're gonna be like, oh man. But your casual observer, it's a 10-foot rule, like they say in reenacting. So you're going to be, I think you're gonna be more okay than you think. Your mileage may vary, but I think you get away with black for a number of colors. The darker the color, the better. Like if it's a claret, it'll work better than if it's like a ancient blue. But I think it would still work. I think it's still a good tactic.
Did you ever see this is a tangent, but I promise it's going to come back. Did you ever see the meme? It's a marketing meme where it's literally it's like black squares kind of thing, and it says, you will look here first, then look here, then here, then here.
Yep.
I'm thinking the same thing for him.
Yes, absolutely.
It's people, when you're approaching somebody, they're going to look at your kilt, and you're like, oh my God, that dude has a kilt on.
It's going to sporran.
Then maybe they'll look at the sporran, then they'll probably look at your top, then they'll probably look at you in the face. They're probably not going to look down at your legs or your shoes because they're going to go from here to here.
Right.
So I wouldn't put too much freak out emphasis on it. If you can fix a minor problem and it makes you feel more comfortable, great. Have at it, tweak it, make it your own, hack it, DIY, whatever you got. But if you can't, or you can't find a darker brown pair of kilt hose to match with it, don't worry about it. Don't fuss about it too much. It's fine.
Yeah. I say that the thicker the hose, the better.
Phrasing?
I will disagree with you. I don't think the cotton hose are a great option for the second problem. For the first problem with having good length to work with, they're an answer for that.
No,
but
second problem, that's the opposite.
The second problem is the opposite. They're really thin. They're meant for summertime heat, so they're going to be very breathable and very see-through. So yeah, I think the black or brown dress socks would probably work okay. You could also take a pair of dress socks or athletic socks that are the same height as the hose and freaking spray paint them. We once did that for a cosplay that my wife did. She went as this character called Ruby Gloom, who wears these striped tights. And so we had to make these tights that had these really wide orange stripes on them. So she actually put them on, and we taped around the parts we didn't want to paint, and I literally spray painted her legs in our garage. It worked. It worked.
Can I suggest maybe dyeing instead of spray painting?
Mm-mm.
If you just get
wasn't
white
gonna
ones,
work.
Okay,
wasn't gonna work.
Then,
we had to get the exact right color, and the only way to do it was with paint.
Understood. If they're underneath a pair of socks,
yeah,
then potentially, if it's really, really bothers you, then get a pair of white and then dye them.
You're ruining my fun. I just want this guy to try and spray paint some socks so I can get the video.
No. He should spray paint his legs.
Yeah.
Spray paint the legs themselves.
Yeah, you get the spray on tan, spray tan.
I was gonna go even more, like, don't even wear socks. Just spray paint and then spray paint flashes on the sides.
Oh my God. I'm imagining this like Irish, Hebridean ginger guy with tan with bronze Brazilian legs. Freckles, tan.
No, spray painting on the flashes would be too difficult, and they're three-dimensional. You want them to flap a little bit. So I would say cut a pair of flashes, staple gun to the side of the leg. Suffer for your art, my friend.
Just tattoo the whole thing. just tattoo on.
Yeah, but it's still not three-dimensional. But I like the idea of tattooing. That's what you do with the skin do. You tattoo the skin do on there.
I've seen that. That's kind of funky when they do that, but
sure. I think Piper Alley has it.
Does she have a skin do tattoo?
Yep, a skin do.
We'll find out. We'll find out in a couple of weeks.
I'm relatively positive, indeed. Okay.
So, yeah, we got silly. Yeah, got silly, but hopefully that helped. I mean, you're on the right track. Keep going with the tactics you have. Hey, so hopefully that was helpful. What is your favorite hack for making your wardrobe or your outfit look perfect? And what's been your biggest challenge based on your body shape? Tell us in the comments. Everybody wants a little help with this stuff, and you probably could be the inspiration for someone else out there. So go ahead and let us know. In the meantime, please check out our other advice on accessories and ways to wear the kilt right over there. Thanks.